turn your TV on and you see two presidential candidates that are just being disrespectful to each other, none of that can be condoned. It's like all of us parents wanted to turn off the television. That used to be a thing that we would bring our kids into and be like, watch this. These are our leaders of our country. And now us parents are like, no, actually, we need to turn this off. We are not teaching our children this. And, we also have to remember that this is impacting us as adults as well. I think even though this is adapted for the young reader, I think that maybe some of us parents should go back to the beginning and take a look at it as well.
Oh, my wife and I didn't even entertain having our children watch the presidential debate. We didn't, but we're planning on having them watch the VP debate, though. I mean, we're already discussing that. That's what we're talking about, and that's the whole thing too. Is that that's an exhale of from the last several months here, Abby. Is the fact that respect could be politicized as a conversation. It's insane.
It's so baffling. Yeah, it's
baffling. The fact that I'm sitting here saying like, okay, here we are talking about respect, and there might be some people sitting and listening to this saying, why are they being political? It's like, no. That's not. It's just because somebody does have a default of disrespect. That might be your view of this being as political, but this should be an apolitical part of our conversation. The issues that you have in this book, Wolfpack, Abby Wambach here, this should not be a political conversation, Abby.
Yeah, I mean, like you say tomato, I say tomato sort of thing. Like, it's like, look, when we're talking about life, okay, and we're talking about people, and we're talking about the way we think things should go, right? Way that we think that the life should be lived by a single person or a whole slew of people. Like, at the end of the day, like when laws and you live in a country that determine what happens to the individual and the collective, like everything is political if you want to get real like specific about it. But I get it. I get that politics, the way that the world feels so politicized and how it's going to be talked about and turned around, I do believe that we need to get back to a level of human decency and to be able to disagree on things in a manner that is kind and that isn't, winner take all attitude. Like, whatever happened to, we're going to get some and we're probably going to lose some, but in general, we're all moving in the right direction and we're all getting enough of what we need. And that's just the struggle that I'm having with right now. So for me and my family, I believe, and this is true, that no matter what, I think there's always an opportunity, right? There's two ways you can always look at a situation, one with positive glasses on and another with negative glasses on. I'm a solutions-oriented person. Clearly, I think that things can change, but I'm not going to be only pointing at the negative rather than, for me, what my family tries to do is really figure out, okay, what are things that we can control, that we can solve, that we can have positive effect, so that the outcome feels good enough to us, right? It's not like I want everything, and so I'm going to demonize the entirety of the Republican Party, because I'm sure everybody knows and understands that I'm a little bit more liberal. But at the end of the day, I still want to understand why folks, and the Republican folks that I know, the folks who really care about that party, what they believe in, what is true. So how do we come to the middle? It's like, okay, I'm going to focus on what I feel is most important to me, what I can control, and maybe go about trying to fix it rather than just talking crap and complaining about the things that you don't have or the things that you fear you're going to lose. Like, we gotta figure out how we can get back to some sense of normalcy, where everybody is feeling like they're respected and not being abused or murdered or victimized, right? So, I don't know, I could go all day. And for people who want to complain and gripe about it not being political, like, grow up. Like, everything's political.